Hello, what's up everybody? It has come to my attention that y'all aren't really the best when it comes on to animation. And also because of a community poll. So, the big man himself will give y'all a small Sticknodes animation guide. So, the first thing to do when it comes on to fight animations is to have a setup. This could range from having an idea already in your head, or just following a storyboard, like what I'm doing. Another relatively important thing to do is to memorize who's the attacker and who's the defender. Once you memorize that, your fight should have some kind of structure to them. Like, for example, in this fight scene, the white guy is the attacker and the black guy is the defender. Another important thing to note is that not because the guy is defending means that he's gonna necessarily be taking attacks. All it means is that he won't be the one to attack first. He can still throw out counterattacks and stuff like that. Another thing you can do is to make the camera zoom in if you're having problems trying to choreograph the fight or animating all the body parts. Another thing I'd recommend y'all to add are in-betweens, which show up in the middle of storyboard movements. What they do is kinda just smoothen out the animation and make people actually tell what's happening in your animation. Some stuff that you should consider when you're doing in-betweening for your storyboards are easing and arcs. Those are very important, my friend. It kinda just adds a realistic feel to your animations. Though, if you're relatively new to animation, I recommend you to start off with tweening. But as you progress, you should use it less and less, because there's only a certain amount of skill you can get by using that feature. And yeah, you could make the point that it's possible to be good with tweening, but 9 times out of 10, you're better off doing it manually, especially if you're not new to Sticknodes. Another thing y'all can do, which isn't entirely necessary, is to add double frames. What this does, especially with VCam, is add a choppy effect while making it look smooth at the same time. So that's how most animators do Another tip for y'all is that if your software has VCam, don't be afraid to use it. It will definitely add a layer of depth and exaggeration to your movements, especially if you do double frames like what I did there. An important thing to note though is that not all movements need VCam. This can look pretty ugly if it's overdone. So my recommendation is to make sure that the camera or VCam follows the attacking person or the person who's the main topic of the scene. Okay, another thing that I'd recommend y'all to add are snares. These really help to add a sense of speed and exaggeration to all your movements. Although there is such thing as overdoing snares, which kind of defeat the sense of speed that you're trying to build up if all the movements that you're doing have smears in them. Unrelated, well, it is kind of related, but it's the same kind of thing that happens when you use too much effects. It kind of just ruins what the effects should really look like and really represent. They should represent power. If you use effects too much or overuse effects, then you're not going to really show that power. There has to be contrast in your animation, and that's just a principle. I could say the same thing on camera shake. If you add too much camera shake, it's going to ruin the power of the blow or power up. You should add camera shake only when it's necessary, not too much, not too little. Like a wise man once said, there is power in absence. So, if something's there for too long, then you best bet it's not gonna have the same effect if it was once in a blue moon. Rarity. Okay, so yeah, like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're trying to get the project, it's in the description. So yeah, see y'all later. Here is the result.